And we are live. I think. Let's test the sound. I think. Yep, we're good on sound. We are good on the sound. Let's see. Send these out a little bit. Okay. Okay then. This is some stuff. Gonna be doing some competitive with some Dracula in between the middles of it. Okay, so last time we just had a bunch of reading. And I learned a shit ton of old words. I also learned that you can't hear the other people in the game, so it's like... So I can hear them in the middle of the game, but for some reason y'all can't, which is fucking weird. But... yeah. Okay. I'll actually go back a page, because this way it's not starting up in the middle of a strange sentence. Let's see. Bram Stoker's Dracula, page 7. We begin. Beyond the green swelling hills of the Mattel land rose mighty slopes of forest up to the lofty steeps of the Carpathians themselves. Right and left of us they towered, with the afternoon sun falling full upon them and bringing out all the glorious colors of this beautiful range. Deep blue and purple in the shadows of the peaks, green and brown where grass and rock mingled, and an endless perspective of jagged rock and pointed crags, till these were themselves lost in the distance, where the snowy peaks rose grandly. Here and there seemed mighty rifts in the mountains, through which, as the sun began to sink, we saw now and again the white gleam of falling water. One of my companions touched my arm as we swept around the base of a hill and opened up the lofty, snow-covered peak of a mountain, which seemed, as we wound in our separate way, to be right before us. "Look! Eastern Zik! God's seat!" And he crossed himself reverently. I'm sorry, the word is cut off in the middle. As we wound on our endless way, and the sun sank lower and lower behind us, the shadows of the evening began to creep round us. This was emphasized by the fact that the snowy mountain tops still held the sunset, and seemed to glow out with a delicate cool pink. Here and there we passed... I have no idea what this word means. I don't even know how to pronounce the damn thing. Let's see. It is pronounced... Sorry, it's spelled C-S-Z-E-K-S. I have no idea how to pronounce that damn thing is. So I'm gonna call it... Kzaks and Slovaks, all in picturesque attire. And I noticed that is another word. Gotri was painfully prevalent. By the roadside were many crosses, and as we swept by, my companions all crossed themselves. Here and there was a peasant man or woman kneeling before a shrine, who did not even turn around as we approached. but seemed in the self-surrender of devotion to have neither eyes nor ears for the outer world. It might be Cat. I don't know. It's, Zex... Well, I'm gonna call it Zex. Zex is like... It's used right before the Slovaks, and the Slovaks looks like... It's kind of like a people, from what I remember in the last few pages. Let's see. There were many things new to me. For instance, hayricks in the trees, and here and there very beautiful masses of weeping birch, their white stems shining like silver through the delicate green of the leaves. Now and again we passed a litter wagon, the ordinary peasant's cart with its long snake-like vertebrae, calculated to suit the inequalities of the road. On this were sure to be seated quite a group of homecoming peasants. And here that word comes again. Damn Germans! They're German words that don't translate well to the English language and the alphabet. With their white, and the Slovaks with their colored sheepskins. The latter carrying lance fashion their long staves, with axe at end. As the evening fell, it began to get very cold, and the glowing twilight seemed to merge into one dark mistiness, the gloom of the trees, oak, beech, and pine. Though in the valleys which ran deep between the spurs of the hills, as we ascended through the pass, the dark firs stood out there, and there against the background of late-lying snow. Sometimes, as the road was cut through the pine woods that seemed in the darkness to be closing down upon us, great masses of grayness, which here and there bestrewed the trees, produced a peculiarly weird and solemn effect, which carried on the thoughts and grim fancies engendered earlier in the evening, when the falling sunset threw into strange relief the ghost-like clouds which amongst the Carpathians seemed to... I was just getting into it. Ain't knowing my luck, the last person won't push the X button.
Enemies turn to ban.
Heyo, Timo, what's up? And thus the silence begins.
Your team's turn to ban.
I only ask two things of you, friends.
Enemies turn to ban.
Don't ban Ceres, and don't give me damage. Trust me, you don't want me on damage.
Your team's turn to ban.
People do not like Zin, and... I mean, I understand why. I play the guy, but still. Like, are we talking the water cat? Are we talking like the water Dasani? like I said earlier, do not give me damage. Let me go healer. Trust me, I will heal you. Well then. Son of a bitch. Although that is something that I genuinely like Paladins over Overwatch for. If someone doesn't actually pick something, or if they don't actually want to play the game does not force the 9 other players to play. It's pretty cool. That being said, it sometimes leads to long-ass matchmaking times. Okay. I mean, you'd think that all 10 people push the X button. They should be fucking there to play the game. And there is a deserter's penalty. Oh, trust me, you don't. You don't, Cat. You really fucking don't. Like, in Paladins, one character can go 2v1. Like, it's very doable, but the odds are so heavily stacked against you if it's 4v5. I wish I had something to show you. But, yeesh. Where the fuck am I? Here I am. I'll just go back. Sometimes, as the road was cut through the pine woods that seemed in the darkness to be closing down upon us, great masses of grayness, which here and there bestrewed the trees, produced a peculiarly weird and solemn effect, which carried on the thoughts and grim fancies engendered earlier in the evening. When the falling sunset threw into strange relief the ghost-like clouds which amongst the Carpathians seemed to wind carelessly through the valleys. Sometimes the hills were so deep that, despite our driver's haste, the horses could only go slowly. I wished to get down and walk up them, as we do at home, but the driver would not hear of it. "No, no," he said, "you must not walk there. The dogs are too fierce." And then he added, with what he evidently meant for grim pleasantry, for he looked round to catch the approving smile of the rest, "And you may have enough of such matters before you go to sleep." The only stop he could make was a moment's pause to light his lamps. Alright. Feel free to whisper it to me, Cat. And if you can, like, Paladins is free. You can download this game for free. But if you don't want to play Paladins, I do recommend Darksiders 1 and 2. Just really cool games.
Enemies turn to ban.
Hello, Timos.
Your team's turn to ban.
I only request 2 things. Number 1, don't ban Ceres, and don't give me damage. Trust me, you don't want me on damage.
Enemies turn to ban. Your team's turn to ban.
People don't like flankers. Why? Why would you do that to me, man? Why would you do that to me, buddy?
Your turn to pick.
Well then, this is going to be interesting, to say the least. Well.
Customize your champion.
Babe.
Well, not what I wanted, but I'll deal.
I mean,
The battle is about to begin.
be careful.
5, 4, 3, 2,
No problem.
1. Let the battle begin.
Aha! Well.
Curses.
Yeah, they're watching the right flank. Not gonna happen.
They're behind us. A stick and boat.
Ah!
Attack. Attack. Flank right.
Wait. Something wake me.
Enemy killing spree. Overtime.
Nice job. Nice job. Bye.
Defend the
Okay,
payload.
Vivian, I said I didn't want people to ban Saris. It was my intention to play healer. Ha! I'm a face, Terminus.
Enemy killing spree. Enemy double kill.
Curses. On the right flank.
Damn.
Enemy killing spree.
What?
Enemies behind us.
What?
Enemy rampage.
Get out.
I killed the tank. Don't worry about it.
Enemy rampage. 13 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Enemy killing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bye. Nice job. Nice job.
You know, Vivian, you could put your mic on and talk at any time, you know, and coordinate with the rest of us. I say that knowing full well that, you know, I'm the only one talking.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
Are you lost?
5, 4,
Quiet.
3, 2, 1.
Completely illogical.
Oh gosh.
Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill.
Need healing.
Your healer is dead. Either protect your healer or shut up.
Enemy rampage.
Yo, Vivian, you require a healer to do your job.
killing spree.
File not found.
No one escapes the law.
Nice job.
Enemy killing spree.
Oh gosh.
Overtime.
Quiet now.
Well done.
Oh, drag that.
Defect.
Behind us.
Nope, getting the fuck out of that. Thank you, Saris. What?
Seconds remaining.
They're coming in the right-hand side.
15 seconds remaining. Killing spree. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Lex on the left-hand side. Never mind, he's after my ass.
4, 3, 2, 1. Double kill.
Yes.
5 in a row.
Hoy.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.